So I just started the keto diet. I've got this sweet corn and chicken. No 40 grams of max carbs a day, mostly proteins and fats. It's good. Miyamoto Musashi, in the Book of Five Rings, who was a renowned swordsman, the most famous samurai swordsman in all of Japan, in Japanese history, who won many bouts. He said that we shouldn't make food a source of pleasure, and that the ancient Greeks also agreed with this concept. And I also agree with it because I've also had a food addiction in my life. So I'm making these videos while I eat so I don't scoff my food down, which I usually do. I think I was conditioned when I was younger to use food, or condition myself. The conditioning entity bears no blame from me, or has no blame from me, because they themselves were conditioned in an unconscious state when they were conditioning me. So maybe I conditioned myself, or maybe an entity conditioned me to use food as a source of pleasure or emotional regulation. When you're feeling certain emotions, you turn to the food to give you a source of pleasure. And it got me thinking about everything we do in life. Why do we do it? Most things we're not conscious of. For example, when I go to the gym and train, am I going to the gym to train to look good for other people? Do I want to look good to the opposite sex and my peers? Do I want to look bulky and big? Do I want to look more manly? What do I want from the experience of the gym? Or is it that I'm going there because I want to remain healthy, because I want to live longer? I enjoy life, I love life. If we're all part of one consciousness, then me trying to impress XYZ person is also me trying to impress myself through my efforts at the gym to look more muscular. But really, I should be more focused on being more healthy, living longer, being there with my children as they grow older, if I really do love life, which I think I do. But we can apply this to everything we do. We wake up in the morning and we're on a crazy mission. Most of it is not by our design. We work for a company, they're mostly doing their bidding, and these are just people who are trying to do the same thing as us: feed their families, in some case acquire wealth, monopolize. It's all one and the same thing. But we don't necessarily focus. We probably focus last on what we should focus on first, is what Seneca said, who was a great advisor to Roman Emperor Nero and one of the greatest philosophers of all time in the Stoic tradition. He said that we focus on the things we should focus on first. We focus on those last in our day, and that's true. What do I really want to do in my day? I'd love to just hang out with my kids most days, or my partner, or my friends. That's what I'd like to do. But that's not what we do. And if we even have the opportunity to do that, we should be really grateful to do the things we do. But it's that freedom of thinking, where we look at everything for exactly what it is. And once you do that, you realize there's no separation between the observer and the observed, which Krishnamurti put it. The observer is the observed, the analyst is the analyzed. So when you're feeling greedy, you are greed. When you're feeling anything, that's what you are. So it's a freeing thought to not be insulted by the sense of self that you have created for yourself, or that others have created for you. When you are able to just brush off compliments or insults to that persona, because you realize it's just a persona. Anyway, that's my food for thought.